our chat, you missed the great weights and measures discussion. It was epic. Although, feel free to carry on if that's what we want to do.
No.
I detect sarcasm.
Oh no, I'm quite into all that stuff. I'll just do that all night if you want. Forget the game.
Can I vote against that?
Yeah, me too. Seconded.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. I'd like to find out what's faster: a hand, a cubit, or a nanofoot.
So where were we?
Beer.
Yeah. So yeah. So last we were in the game, you were shopping in Uthadern. You had managed to rid Camney's axe of the curse and get rid of it with the help of the temple. And you were shopping for some equipment, and that's where we were. So, what would you all like to buy? I think you did buy something. Well, I hope you put it on your character sheet because I don't remember.
Yeah, I did. Bear with me.
Yes, I definitely bought this staff of 100.
Yeah.
Is it just me, or is Roll20 being particularly slow tonight?
It's just you. Well, it's not me.
Okay.
Yeah, no, not me either.
I bought a wooden shield. That was what I bought. There we go.
Yeah. So I know you were after some stuff, were you? Camry, you after...
I just got a message from Lewis complimenting my curtains. Well, thank you, Lewis. I'm glad they've made your day.
Where are you getting the messages in?
He's in chat.
Message.
Sorry?
Oh, that's who Chat Hacker is.
Is that in Twitch?
Yeah.
So you're watching it then?
Of course, you said you're on about Angular. Of course, it was Lewis. Bloody hell. Should have put two and two together.
Right. So you're in the blacksmith at the moment. Does anyone want to buy anything? And if you're all done shopping, what do you want to do?
I'd like to buy some things. I would like to buy a shield, and I would like to buy a spear.
Okay. A shield will cost you 10 gold pieces.
Bargain.
And a spear is going to cost you 1 gold piece.
Awesome.
Spear's 1d6 piercing damage.
It's piercing.
Yeah, and you can throw it 20 or 60 feet.
Ooh.
60.
Wow.
Yeah. Although
So-
that's its maximum
yes.
range. You get disadvantage.
Yeah, 20 for normal.
Yeah.
Disadvantage over 20.
Over
and then
20, yeah.
fail over 60, right?
Yeah. You can also use it with 2 hands, and in which case it's 1d8.
If I two-hand it, 1d8.
If you 2-hand it, yeah.
Nice.
Now, now that I've added my shield, has it added it to my armor class?
It should do if you equip it. If you toggle it as equipped in Roll20, it will auto calculate your armor class.
Okay.
I'm just having a look there.
Equipped. Yeah.
As long as it's...
I just typed it in though. You see, I didn't. It didn't give me it. Do I have to fill in the mods?
Yes, you do. Yeah.
Okay. So mods +1. How do I declare it on the AC?
I don't know. Hang on.
No.
What's leather armor do? Item type mods. Item type light armor. Hang on. Can we not just drag it over from the thingy?
Drag it over from the thingy.
Yeah.
Yes, the thingy.
Yeah, I'll drag it over from
That's
the
the
thingy.
technical term.
Yeah. If you... Oh no, it's... Yeah, so if you open up the eye icon in Roll20 and then type shield, under items you'll see shield, and you can just drag that onto your character sheet and it will drop it in and it's all fully configured.
Okay, so if I type
Well, that's handy.
shield.
Ditto for your spear, Camden, if you want to do that.
Sorry, say that again.
If you want to just drag your spear from the eye icon, the compendium in Roll20, if you search for it, and then you can drag it onto your character sheet, it'll auto set it up for you.
Uh-huh.
That would be nice to know. I just finished.
Oh yeah, no,
doing it
next time.
It's cool. And the shield. Ooh. Let me drag the shield and see what happens. Doesn't like it.
No.
It like what's weird is it highlights
picks it
when you
up.
click it, and then you try to move it across the sheet, and it's like no.
Are you dragging
No.
it by name?
C. Okay, that's a spell. That's not a shield.
Yeah, there is a spell called Shield. That's not it.
So, what kind of shield is it?
It's just a regular shield. Let's just say
Okay.
a wooden metal shield.
Okay. Let me click that one.
Okay.
Let's just see what it says.
Well, if it doesn't work out, we'll just have to manually
Ah.
edit your ACs.
It's because I had to pick a wooden shield and not a normal shield. Okay.
Weird, but okay. Well, it's the same AC, so.
No, I get that, but because I'm a druid, it has to be a...
You wouldn't have thought Roll20 was that sensible, but yeah, whatever. Does anyone else want to buy any stuff while we're in here?
Do you have a hand crossbow?
Yes. Hand crossbow. Are you proficient in martial weapons?
I've got a proficiency of hand crossbow.
Oh well, then yes. It's 75 gold pieces.
Let's see.
And it should also be in the compendium.
75. Yeah, okay. I'll grab one of them. And
Bolts are 1 GP each.
I'll grab. I'm trying to be really lazy with my maths here. So.
What, 25 crossbow bolts so you can just knock 100 off?
Well. Yeah. That'll do. Done.
Ian,
Hello.
on the, where did all the magic items come from on the extra bit? So we got Amulet to the Drunkard, Bioshield, Zat's Eye. I don't remember them.
You picked those up in Cyrinlia.
Okay, I just like the
That's
image
you
for
picked
the.
up in Feral Sal's in Sal's vault. The Amulet of the Drunkard was given to Jeff by Yadarcel, I believe.
Okay. I just like the image of the Bioshield.
Yes, yeah, the Bioshield. I can't remember where you picked it up from, but yeah, that was yeah.
It's a magic sticker.
Are there any Warhammers in this shop?
There's plenty of Warhammers there.
Unpainted and unfinished.
Hey, I've been painting and finishing some of them.
Very
Right,
good.
are you proficient in Warhammers then?
I am indeed.
15 gold pieces.
Okay, done.
Well, that's cheap for a Warhammer thing.
I'm gonna say.
It's only 1d8. You can use it two-handed for 1d10.
Cool. Okay. How do I?
If you click on the eye in Roll20, search for Warhammer, you can drag it across into your.
Yeah.
Careful, you'll get sued for saying Warhammer too many times.
Yeah.
Or maybe they'll like start, give us some advertising funds for all of our millions of viewers.
Oh, you mean Lewis that has just left?
Damn it, Lewis! I
Uh-oh.
was going to say Sybil Shepherd in again.
Hello, did you bring for the rest of us? No. No.
No, solo service. Sorry, everyone.
Shocking.
Ah, no, right. I've got.
There. Finally.
So where am I dragging it? I found Warhammer.
You just drag it over. You open your character sheet onto the page with all your equipment and just drag it on, or drag it onto the character sheet and it will add it.
What browsers are you using?
Chrome.
Okay.
Firefox.
Just because.
Oh yeah, that works.
I was going to say,
Oh, yeah.
maybe just because I'm a scrub using Firefox that it doesn't work.
Right, it works on Firefox.
Oh.
No, it's just because you're bad at computers.
Yeah. Good thing I don't work with them.
Turn burp off. I think that's what's going to be doing it.
Yeah, that'll be it.
You're not meant to hack them whilst we play.
So then do I need to stick it into my attacks and spellcasting?
Oh
Oh no, I've got it. It's
I was
there.
about to say it should do. Yeah.
Yeah, it has. Cool. Awesome.
Okay. So you're done shopping. It's approximate. So what happened this morning? You got up. You went to the temple. You went through the ceremony to cleanse the axe, and you've made your way over here and done some shopping. It's now about 10:30 in the morning.
Okay. Does anybody remember what the quest was?
Yeah, what were we doing before we came here?
Right. So
I don't remember.
A week of shopping.
About me
Yeah.
tried it on with me, and that gave me a coin.
yeah. So the main quest line at the moment is you're trying to figure out what happened with the orrery and your time traveling colleagues. You escorted your Darcel over to Uthadern to do some research, and she has made her way over to the Vellum Steeple archive to do some research. And that's the last you heard. That you asked for her in the temple, and they said she'd gone over there to try and find some information, and they'd let her know that you were at the Queefing Griffin. Should you wish to get in touch with you?
All right. Well, we've pissed off some underworld people, so I
Yeah,
suppose-
you did get into it with a couple of human thieves. You are aware that because they were human, they weren't actually working with the blessing of the actual crime syndicate in Uthadern. But yeah, you definitely got into it with them.
Well,
To be honest, you're always going to piss off.
Well,
the
yes.
No matter where you go.
well then, we're sort of at a loss as to what to do. If we've gone shopping,
Well,
do we head
should
back to the Queefing Griffin and get drunk until Milady shows up?
Do we want to tell anyone that we did solve the underworld crime issue?
Nah.
Well, we gave
what we gonna
that
get
was
from
part
it?
of the.
Yeah,
well, wait a minute. That's how we got rid of the curse. Was
you
we-
recovered the
Oh,
items and gave it back to
Yeah.
the temple to recover to get rid of the curse.
Yeah.
I'm
there
tempted
was
to say
something-
we go back and get drunk and wait for Milady.
Okay.
Sounds
Back
good
and
to me.
drunk.
What do you think, Jeff?
I'm always going for a pint.
There we go. To the Queefing Griffin.
Okay, Cammy, can you roll me a perception check, please?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
And then it all kicked off.
I
dragon
went through it, I
appears.
got here.
Can do. Let me just double check. Got the right thing on. Yep. It's an 11.
Okay, so as you're making your way
Yeah,
back
11.
to the Griffin,
11.
you notice one of the shops in the main market area in the deliberation disc. It's you see someone sitting out front on a chair out the front of the shop, and it's a Goliath. And you've not seen any other Goliaths here before, and he's just sat there at the front of the shop. As you walk past, you notice the sign, and it looks like the sign's indicated that it's a tattoo shop.
Okay.
Time to get inked?
Yeah, head to toe.
Yeah.
Okay.
In
Is
the
the
time
Goliath?
this group all got matching tattoos.
Yeah.
We're all
Yeah,
going to have
okay.
a big sort of
That's it. Okay,
three-mount
cool.
tattoo.
So yeah, as we're obviously as we're walking past,
Hmm.
kind of look over. And is he head up? Is he watching kind of people going past, or is he?
No,
busy
it
with
looks like
something?
he's got his head down in a book.
Okay. I saunter over. Ave, brother. Hello.
Ah, hello. Another Goliath. I've not seen many of our kind around here. How
No,
fare
me
you?
neither.
How fare you, brother? How are the battles?
Better today, certainly. It's been a rough few weeks. What brings you to Uther? Is this your shop?
This is my shop. I am doing tattoos. I am taking the arts that I learned in the tribe and trying to bring knowledge of our culture to these underground folk, and offering services for anyone who wishes. Also, looks at you. Offering services for ones who are worthy, should they have proved themselves.
And what, if I may ask, would your clan, your tribe, have considered worthiness for what would make one worthy of such tattoos?
Victory in battle, defending the honours of those you are sworn to protect, your clan, your brothers, your colleagues.
I kind of look around at the others and I'm like, that's me, man.
You got the wrong guy, mate.
I wave the rest of the party over. I say, well, as it happens, this band of folk is really what all that's left that kind of consists of my tribe. There's not a lot of voluntary kind of choice about being in this tribe. It feels like it's a sentence, but it's been exciting, and we've certainly defended those who need it, and one another for the most part.
It's good to meet you all. Can you tell me
I would
something about...
I would support my good friend's stories. He has helped us through many a trial. We have fought beasts that would make a normal person crap their breeches. He has stood firm and taken everything on with great aplomb. He is worthy of any praise.
Sorry, I did not catch your name.
Sindan Redleaf, druid of the forest. Pleased to meet you. I'm new to these parts, and this good fellow has helped me acclimatize greatly.
No, it's not very often we hear praise for one of our kind from someone who is not born to it. Tell me,
All creatures, great and small.
I didn't catch your name, brother.
Mine, I'm Camney, my friend. And your name?
My name, it's not important at the moment. Tell me, Camney, have you had the dreaming?
I
look up at him. The dreaming? Ooh, the dreaming?
Not that dreaming.
yeah, go ahead. I was like 13.
I share a bedroll with you.
I will be honest with you, my friend. I'm not sure what you mean by the dreaming.
Have you been visited by the spirits of your ancestors? Have they blessed you with recognition of your feats?
Show me where they touched you.
And he looks to you, Sindan, and says, "Yes. They may have touched you, And if that is the case, then yes, maybe there is something we can do for you.
Yes, I've been graced by the presence of my ancestors in many battles now. They stand by me. Yeah.
Do you wish to come in and see what I have to offer?
I cast a glance around to the party.
I'll give you 2 gold to get my name tattooed on your ass.
I'll give you 2 gold more to do it.
I was going to say we've got 2 gold. Are there any better offers?
I'll up it to 4, but you have to go across both cheeks.
With the in the middle.
In the middle, yes.
What kind of so I'm kind of looking at this Goliath. Obviously, I left my tribe quite early, and so don't have the greatest amount of experience kind of interpreting Goliath behavior and Goliath kind of candor and body language and stuff. So can I kind of, does he seem to be kind of being honest? Do you know this?
Roll me a perception check, yeah.
More like kind of like trustworthy, I suppose, like rather than honesty.
You have no idea.
Open it up, it's just fucking empty. So yeah, I'm like casting a kind of a glance kind of round expectantly to the rest of the kind of party. Like, does anybody like kind of giving the impression like, I don't know if I trust this dude, but I'm too stupid.
Do it. Do it.
I'll try and roll as well.
You can't really tell either. You think he's on the level. You don't detect any sort of duplicity. I mean, he didn't approach you. You approached him. So if that makes any difference.
I kind of look at my friend and go, "What's the worst that could happen? Just go for it." And I venture away.
See, what's the worst that could happen? We literally just got rid of a cursed axe that made me go into a bloodthirst and try to murder everybody else in the group. So, worst in terms of worst case scenarios, there's certainly a fucking
there's a precedent.
There's a precedent.
This way,
I can see that you are perhaps reticent, brother.
Somewhat cautious.
What I am offering is a form of magic, something that you can use to enhance yourself, improve your abilities. If you have been determined worthy by the ancients, this is not something I can offer to your friends. I can only offer it to those of our blood.
Can I do an Arcana check at the mention of magic?
Not on just the mention of the word magic. No, if there was something specific,
I want to get an idea of what kind of magic this is. Is this tied to gods? Is this elemental magic? Is this runes? Is he basically tattooing runes on people?
Well, you don't know. He's just mentioned magic, and he's a tattooist.
All right.
So
okay. In that case, can I make a perception roll to get a look around? And I whisper to the dwarf. I say, anything you recognize?
You're outside at the moment, as far as I'm aware.
In the shop. Well, like did I say? So,
I recognize company.
What? I'm not a magical creature. I don't, I don't command the Fae. So.
Most of us are not. This is a blessing given to us by our forefathers, by the ancient spirits that guard our clans. We do not deal with fireballs and lightning. We have a different, more pure way.
As I say, I don't know much about magic. So, what does this blessing do for me?
Well,
and how might it harm me?
There is no harm unless you really enjoy gold. You will have to pay for the services. I do not do this for free. It will have no negative effects upon you, but it will only take if you have been blessed by the ancestors. Without that, it cannot happen. I can test to see whether or not you have you have received this blessing, and if you have, I can offer you a choice.
Let's do it. How much is it going to cost me?
Ink, ink, yeah.
150 gold pieces.
Ow!
Fucking bargaining, right? Is that mate's rates?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll spot you 20 if you're in dire need.
No, I mean I can afford it. I'm like, if this ends up being like a fucking wash-off tattoo, I'm gonna be really upset about this situation.
Well, this is why I wanted to get an idea of whether or not this is real magic or whether you're being conned. You see, I'm
happy to pay the money. Would you protest to one or more of my party accompanying us during the tattooing? And
you're all
kind of
welcome. You're all welcome to come in while I administer the test and the tattoo. Should you decide to have
all right, let's rock it. Let's do it.
If you do the test but fail, are you then liable to pay
no
total amount?
To only pay after the test. Okay, cool.
No, you do not pay until it is complete.
Okay.
The test's for free. You just throw that in.
Yes.
Ah, awesome. So
You just go to the website and you fill it
yes,
in,
because
and then you put your postcode.
As much these days, you know. You don't see these kind of offers.
Worthiness test.
Yeah.
Are you worthy? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Find out in 24 hours, don't you?
I swear, if we go in here and it's like, is it bigger with the left or the right? Is it clearer with the left one or the right one?
Yeah.
One or two?
Or two. Yeah. Better or worse?
Yeah. Okay. Let's
Please
do it.
come
And
inside.
I turn as he's heading inside. I take like an extra beat just to slow myself, and I kind of mentioned to Sindan and to Pandak. I'm like, if you could do like your Mr. Miyagi testing it while things are going on, and if anything seems real sketch, light this dude up.
Okay.
I got a spell for that.
I got a spell for that too. Yep.
Yeah.
By the way, have we had a long rest since the last adventure?
Yes.
Okay.
You
cool.
had a
I need
long
to
rest
reset.
prior to going to the
I need to
temple.
Yeah,
reset
we went back
myself.
to the bar, didn't we?
Yeah.
Because we smell like shit.
Yes, you did.
That's it. Cool.
Cool.
Okay, so you make your way inside. It's a fairly small shop, but there is a table on the back, like that you can lie on while the artist works. There are shelves full of bottles and inks, and there is tattoo paraphernalia all over the place, and there is art pieces up on the wall, what you'd normally see in any tattoo shop. He says, "Wait, please make yourself comfortable. I will fetch the testing needle and we can begin. Please take off your top."
Okay. So I'll unclasp my armor, pull the armor off, and
Okay.
take off my tunic.
So while you're doing that, he's going through a box that he's got underneath the counter, opens it up, opens it, and there are rows and rows and rows of long needles, about that long, look to be not just plain metal needles, but intricately carved with designs, very tiny designs all down the whole length of them. He pulls out one, which is actually quite plain, and he brings it over to you and says, "Please lie down."
I'm going to need you to talk me through what you're doing, because naturally,
Yeah.
people stabbing me with sharp things has somewhat of an innate response. So, yeah, if you could just warn me before you stick things into my arm or my back or chest, whatever, I'd appreciate that.
Don't worry, this doesn't hurt. And he starts moving the needle across your chest. He's not puncturing it, he's just dragging it across the chest, onto one shoulder, down one side, up the other side. And as he approaches your right shoulder, it looks like ink is starting to leak out of the end of it. And as this ink touches your skin, it makes the outline of a shape on your shoulder. And it's, as the ink spreads, you can see it's taking on the form of what looks to be a yeti with a small figure stood on its shoulders with a sword in its hand. And he says,
I remember.
"Ah, yes. You have in fact been blessed by the ancient spirits. This is something that we can definitely do for you. This is just to show where the mark can be put." And as he removes the needle away, the image starts to fade. Very well. Then we can do something. I have in my possession at the moment 2 different tattoos which I can administer to you. The first one is known as Coiling Grasp. With the tattoo on your skin, you can focus your energy and cause the tattoo to disconnect from your body and extrude inky tendrils, which you can use to reach out and grab a creature within a small distance of you to hold them in place.
Basically turning into Venom.
Like a cuddle tattoo.
Yes, it's a bit like that. The other one we have is very similar. This is the Eldritch Claw tattoo. With this, it enhances your muscles and your unarmed attacks to allow them to impact creatures and entities that are not normally affected by non-magical weapons. And also as an action, for a short duration of time, you can use it to boost your weapon attacks. It will take the weapon from your hand and allow you to strike with it at a range. That one is a bit more powerful, that action, that you will only be able to do that once per day.
How many? How often can the
How
other
often
one?
can you cuddle?
How often can I cuddle people?
Depends on the size of your heart.
So you can do that as an action. There is no
Oh.
limit to the amount of times you can do that, but it is
Okay. But
GM
it would be my
GM
action,
talk. It's your
not-
action, so you wouldn't be able to
Okay.
strike.
Okay, so it's not bonus. Okay.
Not a bonus action.
Bonus.
When you do strike with the Eldritch Claw tattoo, it does do an extra force damage if it manages to hit as well.
Does the axe come back, or does the weapon come back?
Yes, it lasts for 1 minute as well. So it lasts for 1 minute as well. So you can use it as bang 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 for a minute if you wanted to.
Yeah, I've already been lined up. I'm gonna go for the coil and grasp.
Okay, very well. He turns. So yes, that will be 150 gold pieces, please, my brother.
Like proper deep sigh and reaches onto his side and pulls a sack of gold, tops it down.
Thank you. Then he puts it under the desk. He goes rummaging around.
Could have gone to a brothel for cheaper cuddles.
Well, I don't think they'd want him giving cuddles in the brothel unless.
But now I can make people cuddle me.
Yes, you can.
Now they can't say no.
Okay. So
I have little friend, but he don't move no more.
He goes through the box of needles, pulls one out. Where he saw the blessing on your skin, he takes the needle and he pushes it into the skin. There's a small prick of pain, and you see the dark black needle itself start to drain, turning white as the ink spreads out onto your chest. It's not going into the same place that the blessing was, and it's coming out in a different form. The form it's basically long intertwining designs, and that spreads out and sets, and then pulls out the spent needle. There you are,
Awesome.
my brother.
What, that took 10 seconds? Last tattoo I had took 8 hours.
Yeah, magic.
Screw you and your 10-second tattoos.
Oh, comment.
I'll drop the description in chat for you.
Awesome. Right.
So, unfortunately, I cannot offer my services of the magical nature to anyone else here, but you mentioned other tattoos. I can certainly do that. It will, unfortunately, take a lot longer. It will hurt a lot more, but...
Might I ask a question before we proceed there? When you tattoo, have you in the past ever granted a tattoo with similar powers more than once to an individual?
Yes, as long as there is skin that is able to be tattooed, yes, you can take as much magic as you can fit on your body. I would advise against getting too much. You don't want to lose sight of who you are and just be the magic.
A tattoo.
Yeah. He himself
has
got quite a lot of tattoos on him, but
yeah. Clearly talking from experience.
Yeah.
I ask him, do your tattoos work on other races, good sir?
The tattoos will only take to someone who has been blessed by the ancient spirits. If you have become blessed by the ancient spirits of the Goliath, then I could certainly try. I have yet to see anyone outside of the clans who has been blessed, however.
Fair enough. I think you've answered my question. I don't think I have any Goliath blood in me.
No, usually most people end up with it on them.
Yeah. Okay, you're all linked up. Can you show us how it works? Does he get a test run? Let's
If you wish, yeah. If there's someone within 15 feet, you know.
Who wants to get cuddled?
No.
Right. Anyone for a game of dice? In the pub.
Cool.
I thought you meant if it's a super parlour then.
No.
Before we leave, can I speak to the tattooist? How much would it cost to put my name on someone?
It depends how long your name is, Master Bard.
So only 5. It's just Jeff. Just
any particular styling?
The most horrible and tacky thing you can.
Comic Sans. Comic Sans.
I do take pride in my work, Master Bard. So, I would say 50 gold pieces to tattoo a simple name.
Maybe I might come back to you later. I've got
I feel a charred person coming on.
I just look at Pandak and raise my eyebrows.
Not a chance.
You might not have a chance.
Yeah, cool. So we're heading off to the...
Yeah, head off to the Queefing Griffin.
Right, so you make your way back to the Griffin. Is that too loud, by the way?
Yeah, that's fine.
A tiny bit, but yeah.
Is that pumped up kicks again?
Yeah, it's pumped up kicks.
It is in fact pumped up kicks, yes. Okay, so you make your way back to the Griffin. And as you make your way inside, you see that your Dark Soul is actually sitting at the bar.
Oh. Cool.
Do we avoid her to try and get...
No. I wander up and ask her how she's been and how goes her research.
Oh, Sindan. Oh, I was told you were here. I'm glad you managed to come back. I've actually managed to... In fact, that's really annoying me now, so I'm going to turn it off.
That was good while it lasted.
Yeah, give me a second. It's tough to stay in character when you've got that blasting in your ears. There we go. Right. Yes, I have actually managed to find something, at least something I think will help us out. Is everyone else here? I don't fancy repeating myself. Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, come on over. So,
Well, hold on. We'll go off and grab a table in the corner,
Yeah, good
out
idea.
of earshot. So, yeah, ask the barman to bring over drinks and is it lunchtime yet? I guess.
Approximately, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll throw him a couple of gold for meat and cheese.
Okay. You nod to the barman, you put your order in, and make your way over to a table.
Okay.
Yes. So, it looks like if we're going to fix this problem, I need a few things. Well, I need to find a few things. First off, I need to locate what happened to that piece of dunamis that seemed to trigger the orrery when it came in contact with it. Pandak, that would be your knob. And I need to find the orrery. They must be here somewhere. Either have been transported somewhere in this world after the event, or exist here as part of this timeline before they have moved. They've got to be around here somewhere. If I can find these things, then I might be able to return us back to where we're supposed to be.
Do we have any way of tracing them or finding which direction they might be, or any clues as to who might have them?
Well, that's what I've been trying to find out. I've been looking through the records to see if there's any mention of them, to see if anyone's found them as part of any excavations, if they're in any museums or any major colleges or anything along those lines. And I haven't managed to find anything that would give me a location. However, speaking to the people here, I have been informed of a magic user, a wizard, who lives very near to Uthadern, who can, at least that's what people tell me, find things. He's good at locating things. So that was my plan, to go and find this guy. Apparently his name's Cram, a dwarf named Cram who lives very close to here. Now,
I turn to our dwarven friend. As this is your hometown, have you ever heard of this man? Is he renowned?
Actually, Pandak, you have heard of a wizard called Cram. He went through the mage school that you went through a few years before you did, so you don't know him personally, but you have heard of him by reputation. He never finished off his training. He didn't seem to agree much with the way that the elder mages were trying to teach magic. He was always arguing. He was always trying to do his own thing, and he ended up dropping out and going off to do his own thing. He's always referred to almost as a joke. You get the impression that he's not quite right in the head, maybe. Certainly not considered orthodox.
I relay all of that to you.
Okay. So we may be dealing with an unstable element. Okay.
Yeah, he
any
apparently
I know better. So
yeah, apparently he's not too far from here, about a day's ride.
Is he powerful? Do we know? I mean, last you heard of him, had he graduated? Did he have innate abilities, or was he a hack?
Panic, you don't know. You just know that he never finished, and he went off and did his own thing. And again, he's almost referred to jokingly as a bit of a punchline. So Yadarsal says, speaking to the people here, he does have supplies delivered from Uthadern. He pays in gold, and people send him his supplies. And he is due to have another wagon load of supplies delivered, but my understanding is he hasn't left yet because there's not been enough glass blades to take it because of the having to reinforce Palebank. So that might
we could offer to take this up, and yeah. Okay.
That was going to be my suggestion.
Would you like to accompany us, or would you like to continue your research here in the city?
I'd like to go with you. I think it might be beneficial to have maybe the subject of the search present. Certainly yourself, Sindan, would help, but I think if both of us were there, it might help him more if he really can help us. I certainly don't fancy going by myself. I'm just not equipped to travel through the mountains on my own. So that's why I'm here. I'm going to impose upon you once again to help me find this.
I turn to my colleagues, and are we up for this? I guess we go and visit the guy, take him his supplies. Maybe it will give us some leverage with him if we're arriving with his groceries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As long as she doesn't walk slightly faster than our walking pace, but slower than our running pace, then that's fine.
Yeah.
Handak, always the details, man. Like, explain to me which part of this is a cone. Okay. Right. So then we should make our way to this to the surface and have a word. Apparently, the supplies are packed up near the farmsteads near the main gates. We might be asked to leave fairly quickly. Is it worth making sure we have any equipment we need before we leave the underground?
I'm good to go. I don't know about the rest of you.
I think I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah. In that case, let's make haste.
Right. So you make your way out of Uthadern, back up through the stairs up into the outside. It's your eyes take a minute to adjust to the brightness. You've got used to the sort of dim lights of Uthadern and the bright midday sunlight in the Alps reflecting off the snow is quite hard on your eyes. You make your way over to one of the small farmsteads that are scattered around the entrance and introduce yourself. Yadasa goes over and explains the situation, that you're you know that there's a supply going out to Cram and you'd like to go along with it. The farmer there says, yes, I've been expecting the glass blades to take this for a while. The guys paid, but they're just not available. So, I mean, I don't really want to sit on it because I don't want it to spoil. So if you kind folks are willing to go and the glass blades can vouch for you that you're not going to steal it, then I'd quite happily pay you to take it to him.
Yep, we're your men.
Okay. Excuse me, and he waves over to one of the glass blades and he says, I just want to check you. Do you know these people? And it is one of the officers that you travelled with from Pale Bank, and he takes a looks across up at Cam and he went, they're good. They came with us from Pale Bank. You can trust them. I'll stand for them.
I inquired. I basically turned to our fellows and say, look, if we tell the glass, do we want the glass blades coming with us?
No, if there aren't enough of them.
Well, I got a plan then. I turn to the glass blades and I say, are you any of you due to travel with this supplies?
Not ourselves. No, we usually do send a couple of glass blades out to do these kinds of supply runs, but we're short at the moment with the reinforcements.
Tell you what, we will take this job off your hands for 10 gold, and the glass blades won't have to worry about it anymore.
10 gold? Bloody hell. That you can save yourself 490 gold. These guys will do it for 10. Really?
It's why don't get the dudes from the past to fucking negotiate.
Well,
hey, 10 gold today.
500 years. I mean, this is inflation after 500 years, guys.
Yeah.
10 gold was a lot in my day.
It's like, I appreciate the offer, but
you about the cost of money.
Yeah,
I intervened really quickly. He was being a bit facetious. I think 100 gold, and I think we'll have a deal.
Well, I don't want to put you out. That I paid the glass blades 500 to take these supplies, gold. So I'm quite happy to pay the same to you.
Yep,
fantastic.
500 gold sounds good to me.
Yep.
Right, I'll get it loaded up and I'll get you your money. Do you know where you're going?
We'll work it out.
Good question.
No,
does that matter? We're doing it cheap.
Is there like a rough direction?
Yeah.
That way.
Yeah.
One of those you are here maps.
Yeah. If you
I quickly grab my flagon of mead and just start drinking it whilst I'm going off.
I think I'm with Jeff. It's like I'm not going to get involved in this. It's just going to be a fucking disaster.
We have a map. I mean, if you could indicate to us, where we may be going.
Yeah, he has a look on the map and he says, "You see, if you go out of the main entrance from Uthadern, down the road that brought you in here, when you get to the pass, head west. It's about a day's travel down that pass, and it's the first entrance to the first valley. You'll take that entrance to the north, and he's the only thing down there. It's fairly easy. It's
A
about a
couple
day.
of questions. You've delivered to him before. Will he welcome
Yeah.
us, or is he likely to be unfriendly?
No. As long as you
Okay.
tell him where you're from and you bought his stuff, he'll be.
Yeah.
I imagine he'll be more than happy to see you. He doesn't get a lot of visitors.
In the past year, have any of your supply runs to him been attacked?
In the I know. Yeah, I know the glass blades have mentioned they've had to fend off some wolves in the past.
Okay, wolves, not a
Um,
problem. No bandits or roving bands of trolls or anything like that.
Stop jinxing it.
Trolls? No. I mean, they've mentioned wolves,
Oh,
not
oh.
mentioned trolls, but
Fine. Okay.
generally they go out first thing so they don't have to spend the night in the Alps, so they can get there in the daylight hours. But yeah, it's not too dangerous. I mean,
Cool.
we pay you the money to take that danger on, obviously. But
No, that's fine. We're just
I think we'll be right. So
knowing
we're
what-
taking a cart, right?
yes,
Like,
yeah, we'll supply the cart, and there'll be a couple of mountain goats to pull it for you.
Okay.
Obviously, please bring them back.
Oh, now there's small print.
Well, if by small print you mean please don't steal our cart and goats, yeah.
if we get into trouble or we have other pressing matters, if we were to leave the cart and goats at our destination for the next delivery that happens to go his way, they could maybe pick it up in the worst case scenario.
Yeah, but if you make your way back,
And when he said yes, that's all I heard
and
was
you
yes.
turn around and
I'm
walk
like,
off.
walk
It's like,
off.
He's looking like he may have potentially made a poor choice here, but there's a
What do you
couple.
expect for 100 gold?
500 gold.
500. No, he talked us out of the cheap.
Yeah.
The cheap price. So.
Yeah, it's not 10 gold, no.
Oh,
Not 100 gold.
Cool. Let's fire on.
okay.
Right, so it's just past midday now. They finished loading up the cart and they've hitched up a couple of massive mountain goats, big, hairy beasts, almost the size of small horses. And he says, "Right, there you are, fellas. It's all good to go. I don't know if you want to, do it in the morning or if you're happy to go out now. It makes no odds to me, but."
Well,
We've been here a while.
We can see it in the night, so
Yeah, we might as well crack on. How far is it? In
a day's travel, he
It's
said.
a day's travel.
days travel.
Yeah.
So we'll get there sort of midday tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So is there anything else you want to do in Uthadum before you make your way out?
Nope.
Okay. So you all climb on board. Well, there's about room for about 2 of you on the front, so you're going to have to sort of take shifts driving it.
Or
I think I'll walk.
Okay, there's room
it's
for
not gonna
Camley
go.
and Pandak. Yeah.
Go on my
I
shoulders,
think,
mate.
I think we should put Yurda in the cart, so she can sit in the cart.
Okay.
I'll happily walk behind.
Okay, so it's fairly slow going. The cart has been built in a way that it's designed for working in the mountains. You start to follow the main road out of Uthadern. You can see the glass blades waving you off as they shut the main doors behind you. You go on for about half an hour and you get down to where the road diverges off to your right. You can see the road the pass that you took up here from Palebank, and then you can see another pass going off to the left. It's very snowy at the moment as well. You're up very high and you've got your cold weather gear on. It is quite cold.
Okay. Which one of us had the map? You had the map.
Yeah, I don't mind. I mean, I mean, County was born and bred out in the mountains like this, so I'm quite happy to lead the way and shout at the wolves. So,
right.
Yeah, let's crack on.
So you follow the instructions. You take the path off to the west, and you follow it for a few more hours. The sun is now starting to set. You're still on this main pass. It's fairly wide. You've got sort of rock outcroppings off to your left, to the north, and then off to the south. It's more of a sort of scrubland, some small trees, and then drops down into another ravine.
Do you want to make camp or go through the night? Will the goats handle going through the night, or do we have to sort of give them a rest?
We probably ought to make camp.
Animal handling check, and I'll tell you.
Who's got good animal handling?
Well,
So
you're
pretty sure that the animals will quite happily go through the night, no problem.
Okay, I'm basically.
I don't mind.
Can we light up do we want lanterns, or do we want to put the people who can't see in the dark in the cart?
I mean, we might as well just use torches for lanterns.
Okay. I've got torches, so yeah, all right. A couple of torches.
I'm thinking if we're gonna get hit, we're gonna get hit.
Yeah, fair point.
Yeah.
So you will take exhaustion if you go on into the night. You'll all take a point of exhaustion.
Oh.
I think we should camp.
Yeah, that pretty much sells it. Yeah, let's camp.
Enough.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
After all, we've all had a few beers as well, so
yeah. Okay. Since it's coming to the end of the evening, I'll hand out some good berries to people. But each one of them is a day's ration, so I've got 10 of them, so one for everybody. Bunch away.
I'm constantly worried by your hounding out berries all the time.
Get his berries in your mouth. You'll be fine.
Just two
small ones. It's plums.
Plums.
Oh dear, demonetized.
Like it ever made any money.
Ian, you need an audience before you can get.
You do actually need an audience before you can make money off it, and that is, let's face it, never gonna happen.
Hey, you gotta dream big, Ian. You gotta dream big.
Yeah, you really do. Yeah, one of these days. Right. So you make camp. You sit down to a meal of good berries and campfire banter, and you go off to your tent and go to sleep. Who is taking the first watch?
I will.
I'll do it.
Right. I'll take the last watch because by that time it should be dawn. So yeah, because I can't see in the dark.
Yeah, I'll take the dawn watch
I've got night vision, so yeah.
I do as well. I'll go first and have a nap.
I'll take middle of the night then. Cool.
So who's going first?
Me, Pandak.
Okay, so you take the first shift. Can you roll me a perception check, please?
Yep.
Then we all got stabbed in our sleep.
Okay. You don't notice anything on your watch?
Cool.
Okay, I got next watch. Are there 3 watches? I think that was what we said. Yeah.
Usually, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, can you roll me a perception check, please?
Why can I not click the passive perception?
Because passive perception.
Yeah, because that's passive.
You need to click active.
Yeah, you need to use your perception in the skills.
There we go.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so you take watch, Sindan. You're sort of sitting between the cart and Yaddarsel's tent, and the first thing you notice is a figure jumping out at you from the snow.
Okay.
Shit.
Shout and raise an alarm.
Yeah, first thing to do is scream.
Right, let's put some characters down. So you are going to be that here.
Like the map.
Oh,
Very
goody.
good map.
For some reason, that's not aligned with my... Of course it's fucking not. Alright, well, hang on. Give me a second. This was aligned earlier, but now it is not. One second while I fix this.
Oh, there we go. I've snapped into place.
There we go. Switch to different there. Right, so you are about there. I think that covers it all. Nah, close enough. Right, so the rest of you are going to be in your tents. So let's drop you in your tents. Let's say Dabble and Pandak there.
Pandak, I'm not Little Spoon, okay?
No, I'm the small one.
I was going to say, surely that's like physically impossible.
There's Jeff.
I'm okay with being cozy.
Your darsel's in the.
Feel like your jetpack instead of like.
Your Drossel's in my tent.
Yodassel's got her own tent.
I was about to say, who was I sharing with? Does that mean I get to share with Yodassel?
I think you were sharing with Jeff.
Okay.
Jeff or Camney. Right, and
Squashed up against the side of the tent with Camney.
right in front of you is a massive fucking Yeti.
Yay!
Is there a small boy on him? Is it
Yeah.
one of Camden's mates?
Right.
Right.
This is the appropriate time to go, holy fuck.
I immediately
Shit your pants.
cast Flame Blade.
You do not get a chance to do anything yet.
Okay,
So
fair enough.
what I do need you to
He's
do,
got element of surprise, man.
yeah, is roll initiative.
I'm making snow cones.
Everybody roll.
Yeah, everyone roll initiative, please.
Initiative.
Oh, nice, Pandak.
Pandak comes out with his cone of flame. Fuck the druid. Everyone's dead.
Just melts all the snow and everything as well. Just a fucking scorched crater.
Okay, we got everyone.
Think so.
Okay, so they're going to get he's going to get a surprise attack, this one. So he just literally jumps out the snow at you and takes an attack. So he's going to hit you with his claw.
Okay.
Your AC is
16.
So that definitely hits. So that's 7 damage.
Okay.
Okay. He's going to swipe again with his other claw. That hits for 14 damage.
And he's dead.
He's hurt. Yeah.
We wake up in the morning, all we find is Sindan eviscerating on the floor.
Okay. Can you make a Constitution saving throw, please? Okay.
Yeah, he's dead.
So you see his eyes glowing, and you are dragged into his gaze, and you feel a cold bite into you. And you take...
If he doesn't survive, I'll have to get woken up.
Oh god, 15 cold damage, and you're paralyzed for 1 minute.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Are you down?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely.
Wow, you went down quicker than a $2 whore.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, dude.
Yeah.
That was 38 hits in one hit, dude. So yeah.
Yeah. He rolled real well.
Okay.
It feels like even if he
You
had
rolled
rolled well, he'd have still fucking mashed him.
Yeah.
It's a bad dude. Fucking hell.
Okay. So I won't give the other one a surprise attack. So Panda.
Did it roar like when it attacked? Like, are we
Yeah,
all awake?
you can hear it. Yeah,
Okay.
you hear this. You hear this rah smack, and you hear screams
The
as it's
fucking
carving
thumping and
into you.
screaming.
Yeah.
Okay. Shit.
Oh, jeez.
So Pandak, you are up. You hear this
I'm on the floor, so feel free to fire over me. Not on me, but over me.
By the way, Pandak, this is a perfect time for a cone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually,
He's down. He can't be hit.
Yeah, no, he absolutely
No, he
can.
absolutely
That's
can.
what happened
Yeah,
last
that's
this is
time.
what happened last time.
Yeah.
We've been
yeah,
here
good point.
before.
Right, I'm gonna run out towards the Yeti.
Okay.
Phil, please let me reiterate. Don't kill your teammate.
I won't. This is a cone of safety.
Oh.
And I'm going to do Burning Hands at the highest level I can, which is 2.
Okay.
So it
The
is-
highest level I can.
Hang on.
2. It's more than 1.
Down, mate.
You can't cast it at level 3.
level 2. Level
Do you not
2.
have a level 3
Do you
slot?
not have level 3 slots? I thought you did.
No, I don't think I've leveled up enough yet.
You should do because you were talking through all the stuff.
Wait, we're on like level 4.
Yeah. You should have some
Yeah, but
level
hold
3
on.
slots.
That means spell level. Spell
yeah,
level.
but you should have some. Yeah, you've got 3 level. Oh no, it's level 2 slots.
I've got
Yeah.
3 level 2 slots, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, carry on. That's fine.
shit.
I'll double check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do...
Okay.
This
yeah.
is why I do the bash guy, because I don't have to worry about spell slots and shit.
Yeah.
So it's going to be
Just stab people.
4d6 of fire damage.
So
Nice.
15 fire damage. Okay.
And
So
that's
you.
going
Fucking burn down the forest.
to avoid send
Okay.
down, so directly away. Like,
So you charge out and you push your hands in front of you, sending the flames out, and you see the fur on the Yeti just catch fire. He screams and turns to you. He looks absolutely terrified of this fire that you've sent out to him.
Good choice.
He will now have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the end of his next turn. So let
Nice.
me drop something on him to indicate that.
Just big fire.
You'd think there'd be a fire icon, but close enough. There we go. Right, Sindan, give me a death saving throw, please.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh, that's a save. One more, you would have instant recovered.
Cool.
Right, Jeff, you're up.
Right. Well, I noticed that Sindan's down, so fuck's sake, man.
Oh, I just noticed your Darsal hasn't rolled initiative. Let's do that. Oh, good, she's next.
Cool.
I know, 18, she's not next.
Yeah, she'd be. She's
she's next because equal with Jeff. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh, fast guys, ladies first.
no, you take your turn. You take your turn. You decide.
All right. No, fair enough.
It's a new age, mate. It's a new age.
Yep, so say Sindan's down his ass. Oh, for fuck's sake, here we go. Right. And I just fire a healing word at him because I'm that sort of guy.
From inside the tent. as
Yeah,
well.
you do need to move. I think.
Oh, yeah.
You just stick your head and your
Can I
hand
hear
out.
someone in need of a
Yeah.
grief?
There you go. So, as soon as I get out of my tent, there we go. Yeah, oh, fuck's sake. Right.
Queef.
Just classic Jeff style, keeping himself safe. Just
Yeah.
poke the head out, chuck the healing word, go to fuck back to bed.
Yeah,
How
why
much
not?
does that heal?
5.
Okay, so you're now up to 5,
Stop you from being dead.
Oh God, yeah.
and you no longer need to make death saving throws.
Okay.
Do you want to do
Power of
anything else,
Queef.
Jeff?
Go back in my tent.
Yeah, you got this.
Good strategic move.
Yeah. Right, your Darcel's up. She hears the commotion, steps out of the tent and says, "What's going on? Bloody hell!" And she is going to...
Cast meteor. Kills everyone.
if she has that, kills them.
Avada Kedavra fucking
Hmm.
does the whole lot of them.
Right, she is going to cast magic missile.
Is this the first time we've seen her attack anything?
Yep. Yeah, she's going to cast a magic missile at level 2. Oh, hang on.
Only level 2? Come on, woman.
So it's 2 damage,
2 missiles.
and it does
Performance.
when you cast it at second level higher, it requires 1 more dart. So 4. So 8. So minus 8, and they go bang, bang, bang into the Yeti, and that's going to be her turn. You're welcome. Right, Camney, you're up.
All right, Moana.
Okay, what I'd like to do, provided that you let me do it, is sprint my 30 feet, like here.
Yeah.
Here.
That's all your movement, but yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be all my movement. So
Although you are you're running through the campfire, so
okay, so then to like here,
yeah.
yeah, or like to here, then
Yeah. I'm just going to say, don't stop where in front of the tent where I'm in.
yeah, no, I'm not. I'm planning to get as far as possible over. So if I run there
Mhm.
with a javelin in hand and stick it in the fire as I go past, can I light a javelin on fire?
Not moving that fast, no. You'd have
Set
to
fire to
stop and
ground.
leave it in there if you
Plus, in
wanted to.
fairness, what the hell
Plus,
is
it's
on your
not-
javelin
it's
that's
not-
catching fire?
Yeah, it's not wrapped in anything
The
that would
wood.
catch fire.
So
Well,
the wood on
you
fire.
certainly could start it on fire if you jammed it in, but it would take it would take your entire action for it to start. It's not designed to set on fire. If it was covered in rag that was soaked in oil, then yeah, I'd say go for it, but
What's I got my
it ain't.
here?
Good piss on it. You're drinking enough.
Oh, it is. It's not like you got a magical
I
tattoo
do-
that you can use to make ranged attacks.
Yeah, I know.
If
Right?
only.
Yeah.
If only.
Works over 15 feet as well. I didn't even realize it went
Yeah.
that far. Well, good. Okay.
I've actually made a javelin. Do you want a javelin, Aiden? A real
Like a
one?
real javelin?
Yeah.
You know, I hope that everybody else on this chat right now is like, don't give Aiden a javelin, because that is the dumbest thing.
I mean,
That should
decorated.
never
It's
be-
not decorated. To be honest, it's actually made of a metal shaft as well. But we'll talk about it later. Cool.
Yeah. Something about
I
Tom
don't
wanting
know
to
where
arm
your
the
shaft's
party.
from.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do to here.
Mm-hmm.
And rather than keep running, I'm going to. That's 15 feet, yeah?
Yes.
Cool. So I'm going to try out my new trick.
Okay. So you're going to try and give him a cuddle.
I'm going to try and give him a cuddle. I
Okay.
expect it's particularly strong, which is going to be a bit of a pain in the ass.
I don't want to sound, but am I in this three-way now?
You're currently You're currently on the floor, so it's not
Okay.
going to.
Fair enough. All right. Fair enough.
So it's going to make a strength saving throw DC 14. He succeeds.
Of course he does, because
So-
he's very strong.
Yeah. So the tendrils shoot out of your arm and start trying to wrap around him, but even though he's trying to bat these flames out, he sees these tendrils come out and he starts batting them away.
Isn't he at disadvantage though because he's on fire? Did he get?
Attack
Attack
rolls.
rolls and
Oh, and
ability
ability checks. You are right. So he fails.
What is it? It's a DC.
Yeah. So he fails. So
He's
he takes
grappled.
3d6 force damage.
Yeah, 3d6. Okay, I might gonna have to make a Mac for that, but 3d6. Just 3d6. Yeah. Nailed it.
Yeah. That's still 6 damage, and he's grappled. So he now can't move.
Does that mean I can move away from him without him getting an attack advantage?
Yeah, if he's grappled, he can.
No,
Should he get
can
attack
still-
of opportunity?
He would get an attack of opportunity against you. Yeah, he just can't move.
Okay.
Let me double check grappled. I'm
Yeah, I'm
pretty sure that's what it is.
rapidly googling for you.
Creature speed becomes 0. It can't be benefited by bonus to speed. No, he can still attack it. He still gets attacks of opportunity. He
Fair
just
enough.
can't move.
Okay, I do not want to get getting an attack of opportunity because, mind you, I got to get the hell out of his range, but I don't know how at this point. All right.
So that's your turn. Next up, Davil.
So I'm gonna pop out the tent. And I'm gonna go here, and it's like, I see you in trouble, yet I know what to do.
Boo!
Are you only jealous I got there before you?
Oh God! If this is going to be the bad joke stream, you're in for a treat.
You started it.
Carry on.
So I'm gonna shoot him up the arse. Is he technically engaged?
He is
with
in
combat?
Grappled.
He's currently
Nice single.
he's grappled with Camley, and I'm going to class him as engaged.
I'll
as
make
another
that
one.
no point because I fucking shot my arrow in my arse.
Yeah. So you're a bit off put by this massive yeti, and it pings into the floor
Panda.
next to him.
They remind me
Right.
not to do puns.
Right. So this yeti is going to try. He's going to use his action to try and break out of the grapple. So it's DC 14.
At disadvantage.
Strength
At
or
disadvantage. Yeah.
strength or dexterity.
Yeah.
can have-
He's going to use strength. He's not dexterous. So at disadvantage. And he fails. So he can't break the grapple. He can't move. That was his action. So he's struggling now, trying to pick these tendrils off. As he picks one off, and picks another one off, another one wraps around him and ties around his neck and starts grasping tufts of fur. He's just can't deal with it.
Nice.
And the flames are starting to go out now on his coat. So he's now no longer that. And that's the end of his turn. Other Yeti. He's going to see what's going on, and he is going to move to here, and he's going to attack Pandak. He's going to claw at you. What's your AC is 12, so that hits you for 11 damage.
Okay.
He's going to swipe at you with his other claw and just hit you for 15 damage.
I'm gonna do
For
chronal
13
shift.
damage.
Hold on, chronal shift. So
Okay.
it's a re-roll on
Is
the
that a
last move.
Is that a reaction?
Yeah.
Okay, he's going to have another go at you then.
16.
Yeah, fucking nails it.
He misses.
So you can turn back time.
Yeah.
Cool.
So on a roll of an enemy, I can make them re-roll.
Is that an ability? Do you get a certain number of those? That right?
Yeah, I get
Yeah.
two before a long rest. Yeah.
Yeah. So he hits you with
And
one.
moonlighting.
He hits you with the other. As he goes to hit you with the other, you see the wall sort of blur and shift, and you just duck out of the way as his claw sweeps past where your head would be. And then he's going to look over at Davil. Davil, can you make a Constitution saving throw?
Oh no. Damn it. I meant to stay at the back so I don't get attacked.
Oh, hang on.
Should have gone back in your tent, mate.
Yeah, you're well within range. Okay,
Shite.
so you see this gaze grapple you, and you take
Oh,
10 damage, and you are paralyzed for 1 minute.
their attacks are abominable. I fucked that up.
Oh,
Yeah, mate.
Where's the bloody ice icon? I swear there used to be an ice icon.
Yeah, I thought you had like a little frost, like a little
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
snowflake.
much is a minute in terms of rounds?
6 or 10.
Yes, 10 rounds.
Yeah. So I can't do anything for quite a while then.
Does my dipping into negative and being healed, because I was paralyzed, am I still paralyzed?
Let's say no.
Okay, cool.
Run away!
Yeah. So that's that Yeti's turn. Pandak, you're up.
Right.
I want
So
to get a beer then whilst I'm paralysed.
if I start my cone in this square,
Yes.
it's then going to extend out to both and hit both of them, right?
So which direction are you sending it in? Can you show me on the with the measure tool?
Yeah.
You're
So
trying to
if I-
thread it
Happy
between
now.
them.
I'm going to send it right between them.
Then yes,
Oh, yeah.
I'll say it would definitely hit both of them then.
Yeah, cool. Nice one.
So I'm going to do same thing at level 2 again.
Okay.
So what was that? That was 4d6.
Nice.
Is that an instant? It just
Light
does
'em
16 damage. Okay. So right, that one. That's a
Oh,
nice
sorry.
hit.
No, each creature makes a dex saving throw. Sorry.
Or it takes half, right?
Yeah.
And then it takes half if it
Yeah.
succeeds.
So do the one at the top. What's your? Oh, he fails. What's your spell?
30.
He's grappled anyway. His dex is 0, so yeah.
His movement 0.
Oh, okay.
The bottom one succeeds. He manages to dodge. So the bottom one takes half damage.
Takes half damage, yeah.
So, and he takes. Come on. So the one to the north of you sort of lights up again. He looks really badly damaged. The one directly in front of you, he sort of dodges out of the way, and it takes him on his shoulder and his arm. They are both now scared of the flames, so they both have disadvantage now.
And if I move, they get a attack of opportunity, right?
The one below you gets an attack of opportunity, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to stay where I am.
Okay. Cinder.
All right. Quick question. Can I pretend to play dead on the floor and still cast spells?
Nope.
Okay.
Because your spells have either got a semantic or a you either have to make gestures or you have to make sounds. So
Okay.
doing either of those will require you to give yourself away.
Right. I'm. How hurt does the one in front of me look?
The one in front of you looks very hurt. It's taken 2 big fire blasts, and it does look really, really.
In that case, it's Flame Blade.
Okay, is a bonus action, yeah.
Yeah. So, and... Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. Ignore that one. I'm casting it at a different level. Casting it at 3rd level.
You can't. It's 4th level or higher.
Oh, all right. In that case, 7th level. All right. In that case, I don't get the extra d6. Okay.
No.
All right. And I'm going to hit as if it were a scimitar.
Okay. That hits.
Okay. In that case, it does 3d6 damage.
And that one's on a disadvantage.
Oh,
isn't it?
hold on. He has to make a... On a hit, takes 3d6 fire damage. Yes. Okay. He doesn't get a save against it.
Roll your damage.
Bear with me. Oh. Takes 9 points.
Okay. So, as you come back to consciousness, you see this giant Yeti stood above you, grappled and held with these black inky tendrils and currently badly on fire. You look out to your right hand, open your wrist, and the blade jumps out and extends out like a lightsaber. And you just bring it up and carve directly through his chest, and he's dead.
Thank fuck.
And he crumbles to the floor in a smouldering mess. If you now want to make a move, you will not provoke an attack of opportunity.
Okay, I would like to move to about there. Thank you.
Okay.
Basically, he's going to have to climb over his dead friend to get at me.
Right. So next up is Jeff. Jeff, you've heard some screams. You've heard some whooshes. There's a distinct smell of barbecue coming in through the tent flap.
All right. So I popped my head out of the tent. You guys finished up yet? Oh, for fuck's sake, there's one left. All right. Fuck it. I'll use my death metal. I'll use my death bard growl at them.
I don't recall that one. Which one's that one?
Dissonant Whispers.
Uh,
And I'm going to cast that at level 2. That yeti there, which is 55 feet away.
okay.
What's the spell do? Dominant Whisper.
Target must make a wisdom saving throw. Okay. What's your spell DC?
13.
He passes. He saves.
Oh, motherfucker.
Half as much damage. So 3d6 minus 3d6 divided by 2.
Well, it's
No, on a failed save, it takes damage.
Yeah, but on a
Yeah.
successful save, it takes us half as much damage, but it doesn't have to
Oh,
move
yes,
away.
it
Yeah.
Yeah.
so what do I have to type here?
Slash roll 3d6.
Actually, you get an extra d6 because you cast
Yeah,
it at a higher level.
Yeah, it should be 4d6.
4d6 then, yeah.
46 divided by 2, yeah.
Divided, it's just the slash, isn't it?
Just do 46 and we'll do maths.
Okay.
Unheard of.
Rounding up.
Well, that makes it awkward.
I'll round it up to 7. Yeah. Okay, so you send your dissonant whispers into the head of the Yeti. You don't really speak Yeti, so you're not sure what is the best way to upset them. He's certainly confused, but he's not quite as affected as you hoped he would be.
Go on, Jeff. Need to hear your death metal scream.
Yeah.
All right.
He's turning the mic to. Oh, he's just going to play something in.
Is he just going to fart?
There you go.
Didn't hear anything.
Well, that's because only the target creature can hear it. You read the
Yeah.
spell?
Yeah.
One of you heard it.
Dogs all over the internet going nuts right now. Right, so your Darcel's up. She is going to... She is going to cast Ray of Sickness on at level 2.
This better come with a ooh wah ah ah.
Okay.
I'll get my car.
Let's hope she downs him with the sickness.
3d8 poison damage. So it's 15 poison damage.
And he's also poisoned, and he takes that again next round if he didn't save.
So he needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Constitution. Which he fails.
That means on
Um,
his turn, he takes another 15, right?
No, on the fail save, it is also poisoned until the end of your next turn. So the poisoned status. Poisoned has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the end of her
Oh.
next turn.
Oh, okay. Doesn't actually continuously do damage then.
It
Damn.
doesn't.
All right.
No. It's still pretty good though. So.
No.
yeah.
That's cool. Not knocking it.
So she's going to make him poisoned. Okay. And she's going to stay where she is. Camley, you're up. You've still got him. So your grapple has failed now because the creature's dead.
Yeah. Cool. I will close the distance to here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll try out my new spear. Give him a wee stab.
Okay.
Just a wee one.
Just a wee one.
Oh,
He's disadvantaged, right?
He's disadvantaged on saving throws. Yes.
Saving throws on attacks, or was it just saving throws?
Attacks and ability checks.
Okay.
In fact,
Cool,
he's disadvantaged twice, but they don't stack. So yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
He's on fire. He's been poisoned. I'd be surprised if he wasn't disadvantaged.
I'm going to attack recklessly then, because there's little risk if he's going to be disadvantaged when he tries to attack me.
Okay.
That's.
So you're raging as well, or
No,
No.
I'll just go regular just now. So that's
Okay.
25 with a
Nice.
nat 20.
that will crit? Yeah.
Shove a spear right up his nose.
And it wasn't the nose.
So
Say 11 damage. Okay, you run up and you jam the javelin in just right under his throat, sort of the clavicle area, and he sees you and he screams, and you can see blood's now starting to pour out of that wound on his chest as you pull the javelin out.
nice.
Okay, Devil.
Don't
do anything.
You are currently. You can try and save.
Okay.
I don't want to interrupt. Sorry. It looks like it actually rolled that second die. So I was trying to figure out why it was 5 + 1. So I think it rolled the 1d6 because it detected the what you call it, the nat 20. So I think
Right.
it should actually have been 10 rather than 11, because that it rolled that second die, the 1d6, which I think is
that
the
+1. No, that
Yeah,
wasn't. Oh,
I
okay.
didn't- Yeah, I didn't roll that. So in the interest of
Fair
fairness, I think it was 10
No problem.
rather than.
I'll add that back on.
Why'd you say that? Why?
Well, if it comes
Oh.
down to 1 health point and he wipes your party, then you can have a go.
Don't blame
This
him.
is just building up karma for later on.
Okay,
Well,
so
when that
make,
bloke gets out of his prison that we locked him in with Golem.
so make a
Shit,
Constitution saving throw.
Constitution.
Yeah.
Nope. I shall stay paralyzed.
Yeah. So you're frozen there now.
Damn.
Slight little bit of wee coming out now because you're so scared and intimidating by his.
You can
Chilling
obviously
gaze.
tell it's Sasquatch my ability to do anything.
Uh,
No, that one. I spent ages trying to work Sasquatch, and it's a really hard one to work in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I'd-
terrible.
Well,
Potentially
he's
Bigfoot
paralyzed.
was.
Should we just put him on one of the goats, send him off?
Right, so Yeti's turn. He loses the fire, but he's still got disadvantage from poison. He is going to make a claw attack at Camney. What is your armor class?
18.
He misses.
Cool.
Well, he hits
That
you, but it sort of
shield wasn't
glances
confined.
off. Yeah. He's going to take
Shield wasn't
another go.
confined.
And misses. So he's bang, bang, and he just shrug them both off. And then he's going to stare at you with his chilling gaze. So make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Cool. I'm actually not too bad at Constitution, he says, right before you get
He rolls
fucking
a 1.
paralyzed. Nat 1. Literally a fucking nat 1 with a +5.
Yes.
Oops.
You had to jinx.
Welcome to my world.
I fucking baited it. Like,
Okay, so you take 14 points of cold damage and you're paralyzed.
cool. 14, yeah.
Yes.
Jesus.
Moments before the accident. Right, you're dead. So let's delete you from the running order. Pandak, you're up.
I'm going to try out my new Warhammer and two-handed slam straight into it.
Okay.
Can you minus 200 gold?
You missed.
Well, that was a waste of money.
Yeah. So you wind it up and swing, and he just completely misses. And you realise as it's going swinging past that you remember this is why you started doing magic. As it sort of whistles past his nose.
Fucking hell.
Do you want to make a move?
No, but I do look at Camney and shrug and say, "You make it look easy."
Camden's sort
We
of
can't shrug back.
frozen there. Right, Sandan.
All right, I need to check something on the flaming sword and whether I can keep that running and cast another spell.
Has he got concentration?
That's what I'm just checking. concentration, yes. So I
Yeah,
can't
so
concentrate on...
You can't. Well, you
No.
can, as long as the other spell doesn't also require concentration.
The other spell does indeed require concentration. Apparently, I can't multitask. Do I waste another top spell slot, or do I rush in like a fool? Well, it's worked before and never hurt, so I'm gonna go from here to here, which is 15, and from there to there, which is 10, and whack him with my flaming sword.
Okay. Misses.
He's at disadvantage, don't forget.
Oh, he is. No, hang on. That is against saving throws. That's not a saving throw. That's armor class.
Okay, damn it. Oh well, I tried. I can't move back away with my 5 feet and not take an attack at advantage, right? Or can I just keep...
If you... Oh, look, my camera's fucked up again. Hang on a second. If you move back, you'll get an attack of opportunity.
I'll wait then. No, I'll hold there and hope the hell somebody else fries his ass. All right. Is he in any way scared of the flaming sword I've got waving around?
He does look reticent, yes, but you don't... Because you haven't hit him with it, you don't think you've had any effect.
Okay. Cool.
Jeff, you're up.
Right. What's the range of my crossbow? Can I get a shot at him from that?
You should be able to from there.
I would think so. It should say, but I'm pretty sure
my bow's quite long.
Well.
It says there 3120.
Yeah.
So you'll get disadvantage.
You'll get disadvantage, yeah.
Okay. What's the disadvantage?
Plus, you've got like 3 people in the way, so.
I'll just shoot over Pandak because he's tiny.
Pandak.
So those other people are going to give him cover.
Okay. Where could I? I went to there.
Yeah, that's a clear shot.
Yeah, do that.
So, what's that distance?
Hold on, have you shortened the distance? That's 30 feet.
Yeah, so that's no longer disadvantage.
Does he get to keep that roll he's made?
Yeah.
That's the next question.
Yes, you do. You've only rolled it once. So you crit him. So roll damage.
Okay. So,
That's 18. Sweet. Or is it?
See what I mean? It rolls that second.
Oh, it's doubled it. It has doubled it.
So it does another D, whatever your attack is. So for this D6, and doesn't include your deck or your attack bonus, whether dex or strength or whatever. So I don't know why.
I've got a
What does it do in there? Rolling 1d6.
Yeah.
So you rolled a 5.
It's the original roll without the plus mod.
Oh, he doubled it. Oh, so okay, that's 9 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it just rolls 2 dice instead of multiplying.
Instead of multiplying it, yeah, it's a bit of a weird way of reporting it. So you take steady aim, and you loose the crossbow, and you see it jam straight into his ear as he pulls his hand up and screams, and then tears the bolt out of the side of his head, pulling away a good chunk of his head and his ear with it, throws it to the ground, and you can see blood is now pouring down the side of his face.
I was about to say thanks for giving him another weapon, but he's chucked it.
Right.
Where did he chuck it to? Those crossbow bolts are bloody expensive.
Yadarsel is up, and she is going to cast Magic Missile at level 2. So, yeah, that just does it. I don't even need to roll. So, she makes the incantation, launches the bolt, so they all jump into the air. The first one that hit him takes like half of his head off, and he crumples to the floor.
Yay!
Yay!
Hurrah!
So
you're in fuzzy mode again, Ian.
Yeah, you got all Sybil Shepherd.
Fucking damn it!
Yeah.
I don't know why the focus is. I'll move the camera, and now it's having trouble focusing. I think I'm too shiny.
Shiny Ian. You could say that was an impressive feat, but there's only one of them, so it's an impressive or big foot.
Yeah, I thought that was coming. Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm going to go over here and try and find that crossbow bolt because I'm a tight ass.
Right, you hunt around for a minute or so. It's not difficult. It's in a big bloody puddle. You've got the crossbow bolt plus a good chunk of ear and flesh about a third of the way down it.
Cool. I've seen that the devil's still sort of paralysed. I throw the bit of sinew in. So,
Yeah, I'll go and try and wake him up and shake him back into life.
Okay, you slap them around a bit, and Camney, and they both recover fairly quickly.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Has anyone tried cooking Yeti?
Carnivores don't generally taste nice.
No,
so
I was about to say it
imagine
probably
it'd be
tastes
good.
a lot like bear, and everything I've heard. I've never eaten bear, but everybody who I've heard mention eating it doesn't say it doesn't taste very well.
You could probably skin them, but then again, who can actually skin an animal and do it properly? Out of us, lot, I can't.
Well, I'll say Camney because you've been taking trophies the entire campaign.
Yeah.
I don't know if I mentioned this.
It's got my fucking
Yeah, on your Pandora charm, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned it or it was quite a while ago that Beast in Powerbank Village helped you clean it up, your heads, and string them onto a bit of leather and sort of prepare them. So yeah, you've still got your heads on your on your Goliath Pandora charm.
When we were leaving Uther, I was waiting for him to be like, "Oh yeah, you remember?" So I was going to be like, "Look, we've run into them before. We'll be fine."
Yeah.
Since we're too far away from a town to kind of get these cleaned, from the little images, am I right in assuming they have horns?
They do, yeah.
All right, I'd like to cut their horn off.
Okay.
Pardon?
Camley's got the horn.
Yeah. I'll just.
You actually do recognise these creatures now. They are Yetis. You did see the head of one of them mounted in the trapper's cabin back in Powerbank right at the beginning of the adventure.
It's the thing we took off the wall.
That's the thing you took off the wall. That's these creatures, yeah.
Shouldn't you take a foot?
Yeti isn't Bigfoot.
They're too big, Dave.
Cut, slice, snap a horn off of one of them.
Okay, no problem.
Thread it onto my trophy belt.
Okay, that's not a problem. Right, does anyone else want to do anything before you finish your night out?
Do we have time for a rest before we?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's just after midnight, so you can finish a long rest if you sleep through.
Are we going to have to take some of Tom's berries? Sorry, Sindan's berries.
Plums.
How
Actually,
often can you do them? Is it once a day? Because you've already.
I can. Hold on.
Are we about to have a long rest?
Yeah.
Yeah, you shouldn't need it because in theory you do your hit dice.
Yeah, you'll get a long rest.
I can throw around some cure. I've got 4 cure wounds, so
yeah, I've got some healing words. I can shout. Do some quims.
Yeah, if you want to do some spells, you will get a long rest. Yeah.
Okay. In that case,
we can just assume we're all going to be back at full health.
Yeah. So Yadasa like, yes, well, I can see that you've got it in order. I'll retire. As the shouts of Quim ring out.
Quim! Quim! Quim!
okay.
Quim!
Queef.
Okay, so basically a long rest later. Do we have to do the last watch?
Yeah, who is up next for the last watch?
Me.
That was me and Camney. Hold on, let me roll perception.
Mm-hmm.
1 more Yetis appear.
Fucking all.
Yeah, 3 more Yetis turn up. You don't see anything during your watch.
Awesome.
Okay. Right, so you'll wake the next day. You're feeling recovered. You've all recovered your spell slots and your health. You make a breakfast from your rations over what's left of the coals. What do you want to do?
Let's go find Matey Boy.
Okay.
Crack on.
So you crack on. You keep moving with the cart for about another 4 hours or so. It's coming up to midday, and you start you see the path diverge off to the left and going into a new valley. You can see, just rising above the ridge line of the valley entrance, a small wisp of smoke rising up. You round the corner into the valley, you see a wisp of smoke curling from the chimney of a structure at the bottom of the valley. You begin your approach following the rough path down into the valley. The structure is a small stone cottage connected to a larger stone building with tall chimneys at its rear. There is a small wooden shack next to a stable with a number of crates, hay bales, and miscellaneous leather animal tack. Even though snow is blowing over the tops of the mountains above, the area around the cottage is clear of snow, and the sun shines brightly above, giving the area a serene quiet you have not seen before in the Flotka Alps.
Before we get too close, do we want to recce this guy before we get up close and personal with him?
Recce him how, like...
I don't know. Maybe scout the area, pass.
Nah, fuck it. Let's just walk in.
Okay, fair enough.
We could be about...
Old Glassblade said he were all right, so...
Fair enough. Cool. Fair point.
Okay, so what are you doing? You haven't approached. You're still coming down the valley on the snowy part of the mountainside.
How far away are we?
About 200-300 meters.
Start basically going, hello,
Yeah, sure.
supplies.
I think I'm going to branch off from everybody else and take the creepy way round. So they come down one direction. I'll flank just to make sure.
Okay, who's leading the other party?
I think
Me,
Cammy was
I
up
guess.
front. Yeah.
Okay,
I'll
so
take up the rear.
Davil and Camney, can you both make me a perception check, please?
Nope.
I'm real good at perception, I am. Apparently,
Okay.
Raw.
So, Davil, you start approaching from one side, and you see that the snow is clearing as you get closer to it. Camney, as you approach where the snow starts to clear, you notice something embedded in the ground. You stop and you kneel down and look at it, and it looks like a very long, thin loaf of bread. And it's
Baguette.
Yeah. And it's embedded in the ground.
What, sort of like a pan type?
is it...
And you look
Wait,
to
did
either
you say a loaf of bread?
yes,
Yeah, well, like a French pan.
like a baguette, yeah.
Baguette.
Yeah.
Is it
And
dwarf
when
baguette?
you say embedded in the ground, does it look like it's almost materialized there, or is the dirt and stuff around it kind of moved like something?
No, as
Does the
in
whole stuff in?
flat. So it's flat in the ground. It's not sticking up. It's flat in the ground, like a cobblestone, embedded like a cobblestone.
Okay.
And you look off to either side, and about 5 meters that way and 5 meters that way, you see some more embedded in the ground,
Is this
almost.
some weird fucking bread magic?
And that is where the snow's cleared.
Magic
Has anyone got
field.
any butter?
Magic field. Yeah, he's got magic protection around this place.
Yeah, but it's magic bread.
Well, yeah.
Like-
Hey, look. Hey, I speak with trees. He speaks with
I mean,
bread.
don't get me wrong.
all
I'm a
these
big
guys-
fan of bread, but
Right,
you know,
right.
It's-
Sorry.
it's still bread,
I'll use
maybe.
detect magic just to make sure that you haven't got magic fucking Soreen loaf's gonna come kill us.
yeah.
Okay, so you
We'll
cast detect magic.
step back a little bit and not cross that threshold for
Yeah.
the chance that it's a fucking chipper shredder. Just wrecks us.
Okay, so you cast detect magic, and you do see that these loaves are emitting some kind of magic field.
Fucking hell, magic carbs, guys.
This is
So-
just your point to say that carbs are evil, isn't it?
I'll yell out. I'll like, hello, friend. We've brought your supplies from Mithra. Kind of yelling towards the cabin or the
Yeah,
little house.
Not crossing
Okay,
the threshold.
so you
We
yell,
bring butter.
you yell for a little bit, and you see a figure stick his head out from sort of over here. It's you can't see him dabble from where you are, but
Yep.
Cameron and the rest of him, you can see him. He's a dwarf. He's got quite thick black hair tied back in a ponytail, and his beard is also pulled back and tied into the ponytail behind him, wearing a sort of a smock. And he sees you, and he says, "Cram, visitors!" And he ducks back in. And a couple of seconds later, the main door of the cottage opens, and another dwarf steps out. Hello?
We've got
Hey,
all
oh.
supplies. We brought them from Utheren.
Oh, my supplies! Oh, yes, come on down.
Can we cross this weird bread line?
Yeah,
Like-
yeah. It just keeps the snow out. Yeah, come on down.
Fair enough.
Oh. I like push one of the goats and make the goats cross first.
Okay, so the goat gives you a bit of side eye, but he tramps forward and he continues down the path towards the cottage.
Okay.
Nothing untoward happens.
And then I'll cross and follow.
Okay, so you make your way down. You put the cart up next to the stables, I'm assuming, sort of hitch it up, and this other dwarf makes his way over from the cottage to you, and says, "Oh, hello, Cram Buckerzerg. Pleased to meet you. You're here with my supplies." He's clean shaven. He's also wearing the same sort of smock that the other dwarf you saw was wearing, like a overall sort of cover, and they're decorated in like arcane runes and shapes.
Do I know anything about dwarf culture? Is it quite odd to see a clean-shaven dwarf?
Very odd. Yes, you've not seen a clean-shaven dwarf before.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, okay, a little bit. Hello, I'm Camney. These are my party friends. They are there weren't enough glass blades to bring your supplies down, so we offered to contract and to bring them down for you.
I did wonder what the delay was. Usually I was expecting them last week, but yes,
Yes,
you don't look like the regular glass blades. The uniforms.
Well,
and
I'm not a
everything,
dwarf.
but I'm glad you bought my stuff. I was starting to run out. I don't know what I was going to do. Thank you very much.
I step forward and introduce myself.
And he yells, "Kaj, get over here! Start unloading these supplies. Get them in the bakery." Right. Well, thank you very much.
I'll step back a little bit and push Handak in.
Yeah.
Yes. Hello. We went to school together. Do you remember?
You weren't actually.
I believe we both went to the same school.
And you used to rule the.
Hello. I must say I don't remember you, but I wasn't there very long. So they're all very straight laced. Not for me. Not for me.
No, that's fair enough. It looks like you've got your own thing going on here. Your
Yes,
first magic is very exciting. How does that work?
Oh, you want to learn about my panamancy?
I would love to.
It's fascinating stuff. But and he just leaves. Yes, people often use trees and nature as arcane focuses, and I've managed to find a way to channel magic and magical energy through baked goods. So people call me crazy, but clearly works. Points to the lack of snow around.
I'm actually quite intrigued by this. This is quite natural magic. I'm gonna poke him some more. I'm quite interested in this, and I explain that I'm a druid, and this is the natural magic. This seems wholesome and organic.
Absolutely.
Well, yes, it's sort of
It's natural about magic baguettes.
It is nature adjacent, Master Druid. Certainly. I mean, obviously
You
we
like
do.
frying croissants.
We do grind the wheat into flour and set it on fire in the ovens. But apart from that, yes, very natural. I'm surprised more people haven't dabbled.
Have you found a way of weaponizing a muffin yet?
Really want a croissant bomb.
Exploding.
So I'm working on that. If the results of my experiments are sort of behind the main bakery from that.
Are you the muffin man?
Looking around for Science.
I
Drury
can say
Lane?
I have met
I
some
work
things-
on many types of baked magic, and not just muffins. Certainly, muffins are proving more difficult than I first hoped.
Okay.
I can say I've met some people armed with some dangerous bats before.
Well, yeah. And all I can hear in the back of my head is Frank Zampa's Muffin Man now. So,
Right?
as he poots forth.
Yeah. So Yadarsel steps forward after this conversation and looks a bit taken aback. So she says, "I'm not quite sure what I was actually expecting, but I was told by some of your former colleagues in Uthadern that you have a way of finding things. Did I misunderstand?" He says, "Oh, no, I absolutely do. That's definitely something I can do if you want. If you have a way of giving me enough information, I can definitely get you something which will find objects."
Now that's using your loaf.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm looking.
Aha! Yes, exactly, but not quite. Not loaves. This isn't loaves magic.
This is a crumpet of finding, is it?
Not. Oh, you're getting closer, Mr. Druid. If you want to track items, you need my tracking cookies.
Oh dear God! Oh dear God!
I
waited.
Right,
No.
That's it.
that's it. Hang up, everybody. Hang up.
That's the end of the campaign.
That's it.
God.
That's
Thank
it.
you for coming.
Yeah.
Love it.
Okay.
You are literally taking the biscuit now.
Yeah. Oh, but
Yeah.
what if we don't accept them?
What's that? I had a very silly pun idea and then spent an entire day writing it into the campaign. No, that doesn't sound like me.
I only eat my own cookies, no third party.
No.
They said, "Oh, come inside. Craj, put some tea on for our visitors. We've got some work to do."
Yeah, we need to secure those cookies.
Yes.
Right,
John's
so
face is like,
Are we taking them from the same site as everybody
Yay,
else?
secure cookies! Secure cookies! I'm waving a flag.
We can't leave this fucking site. They're all the same sites. Fucking cookies. For fuck's sake.
it's a good thing we don't have an audience.
actually, we do have people.
We would have just lost them.
We do have people lurking in chat. So thank you for the 2 viewers that have been lurking through the stream, and they're still here after the punchline.
Even after this fucking
Fuck's sake.
massacre.
I mean, there is a way around these cookies. I mean, after all, if I've just eaten an apple, so here's the cause.
Oh.
No.
Can you kick him out? Can you please?
I can't kick.
Right. So he ushers you into the bakery at the back of the property, and he says, "Right, I'm happy that you bought my things. So I'm more than willing to whip up a batch for you. What is it that you're actually looking for?"
Hold on, I'm going to write this down, and then I'm going to run back and forth between the 2 buildings. A bit of cross the site scripting of what he's saying.
Right.
That wasn't funny, Tom.
Sorry, I thought I'd throw one in. Hey,
It just wasn't a good pun at all.
The jokes are going to
Very
get
lively.
progressively
It just felt
worse
bad.
as
well, hey,
people
it's late.
realise. Yeah. Okay, so right, so what are you actually looking for? And Yadarsel says, so we're looking for 2 items. The first one is a piece of arcane energy, a piece of dunamis, which has been spotted in quite a few different places. The second one is a magical item shaped like an orrery of the planes of existence, and he says, "Okay, that's a lot more specific than I usually get. That's very helpful. Do you have any personal? Have you had any personal contact with these items? That would definitely help. Is anyone here had any contact with them or
I believe
were
I
enchanted?"
have. Wasn't that the thing that was involved in bringing me back in time? The Ori?
Or
It was, yeah.
Back to the Future.
Stuff, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, and the dunamis was the
Yeah.
the knob on the end of your staff. Oh, excellent.
Yes.
2 volunteers. Well, then I'm going to need your help in putting these together. So he turns around and the other dwarf is now started loading in the bags of flour and stuff that you've brought down from Uthadern. He starts breaking them open and starts measuring things into bowls, starts working away. As he works, you see a cat saunter in and jump up on the worktop, and he's like, Bannock, get down on working, and shoos him off. So he starts working, and he takes the dough and he splits it into 2 portions, and he's okay. Right, so this first one, and he hands a bag to you, Sindan. This one will. No, he hands this bag to Sindan. He says, "I need you to hold this in your hands and focus on what it is that you saw, how it made you feel, anything you know about this object. Focus on this, and then empty these into the mixture, and stir it 10 times clockwise, 10 times anti-clockwise." And he hands you this back.
Okay. Do I need to pull it out of the bag or just stick my face in it?
No, just hold it in your hands, focus on it, and then empty the bag into the mixture.
I sit and concentrate on the time that I was in that room when they brought it in and wondering what the fuck went on. Visualizing it in my head, then carefully place the bag in the mixture and 10 times clockwise and 10 times anti-clockwise.
So you empty it out, and you can see it's a bag full of raisins. So you start stirring it 10 times clockwise, 10 times anti-clockwise.
Hold on, you're raising the stakes here.
Yeah. And
I really wish today was a drinking
I'm going
day.
to
Pun stream
Jeff
spectacular.
grabs one of his flagons to me and starts just chugging it in the corner. I've had enough of all this pun.
You see, my jokes are what you call current.
Well, I've gotten rid of the bag, so I'm no longer current.
Now walks over to Jeff, rests the fucking alcohol off them. He's had enough too.
So as you finish off the stirring, you see that all these raisins start to change colour, almost into a rainbow of different colours.
Okay. Well, I'm no longer current, so you step forward, Mr. Dwarf.
Right. So he says, "Right, thank you very much," and he hands it over to his apprentice. Cradge, please make it into a batch, put them in the oven. Right, Mr. Dwarf, please hold this in your hands. Focus on your connection to the object that you want to look for. Remember it, how it felt, how you interacted with it, and then the same as your friend, empty it out into the mixture, 10 clockwise, 10 anti-clockwise.
Okay, so I stop and I think about all the loving times that I rubbed the top of my staff.
Mm-hmm.
And as I do that, I drop it into the bowl.
Polishing your knob to make sure it looked the best.
Yep.
Okay, you tip it in, and you see it's very small chunks of chocolate chips.
Yeah, nice.
So you start stirring it, and as you finish the counterclockwise, you see the chocolate go from like a very dark brown into a dull grey, the same grey colour that formed the dunamis on the end of your staff. He says, "Right, thank you." And he starts taking that himself, makes it into a batch and puts it in the oven. Right, that'll only be half an hour or so, and then we'll let it cool. I suppose I should let you know how it works. The cookies will allow you to track the objects that you're after, but the first stop it. Yes, Jeff. What you need to do: find a nice quiet place, ingest one, and you will be gifted a vision of the location of the object you're looking for. The further you are away from it, the more general the instructions will be. And I should be able to get 3 of each out of the mixture that I've made. So that should get you on your way and get you to the items that you need.
So we can identify. So we can find something that's far away, can we?
Oh yes, it could be on the other side of the planet, but the directions you'll get from eating one here will just, I don't know, you'll get a feeling of the distance and a general feeling, an overview say the continent it's on. If it's much closer, you'll see streets or buildings or something along those lines. The closer you get, the more specific the magic can be.
I suppose you could say none will believe this.
I wish I could pretend that didn't happen. Okay.
Can we update the policy on killing party members?
We had a policy. Okay.
Right. I cast
It's a
charm
short-
person.
Right. So the house
Gavel.
the house is available. Please feel free to make use of facilities. Cradge will make sure you're in tea. Wait, you Cradge, go and get some more tea on. Yes, boss.
I make a request. Can we make another mixture?
What kind of thing are you?
Just
I mean,
the same again. Just so
want
that we get
spares?
more goals. Yeah. 6 goes
I
would be
sort
easier
of-
than 3.
I'm grateful for you bringing my items, but this is about all I can spare with the plans I've got for my other research, I'm afraid.
Okay.
I mean, I do have some other items around.
Maybe some exploding cookies, maybe some flash cookies.
Oh, cookies
You've
don't
got a tactical
explode.
nuclear crumpet. We're in the market for one of them, but
Cookies don't explode. Crumpets are something that it's a few months down the road for my plans. I've got. I mean, this is useful. And he walks over to one of the tables and picks up a stack of pita breads. So these, okay, if you ever caught out in the Alps in a storm and you've got no shelter, if you toast this and then split it in half, it expands into the size of a sleeping bag, and you can sleep in it for a night. Keep you nice and toasty and warm.
I have a request. Your cool stones that keep the snow away. Do you have portable versions of those we could actually possibly use in the cold weather?
Well, they're bread. They're not stones.
Okay.
Mr. Druid.
Possibly a small cob.
No, they're not. They have to be sort of enchanted and laid. It's not a portable thing, really.
Okay.
No, I mean, what people around here usually do for portable ways of keeping warm and heating stuff, they just set stuff on fire.
Well, yeah, I get that, but a nice warm stone that doesn't actually cast light might actually be quite useful.
No, once again, I don't do stones. I do bread.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
No.
Fair enough. I do apologize. I'll stop calling it stones.
stones, dwarf bread, it's the same
That's
thing.
it. Basically, yeah.
Sorry, once we get this done, we'll soon be scone.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
Sorry, I can't help it. You got me started now.
How long to make these cookies? Was it a whole afternoon thing?
So you've arrived about lunchtime. So he's put on some buttered scones for you and some tea in the main cottage while the cookies are baking.
Not lumberjacks.
So do you want to do anything while you're waiting?
Well, I want to see the fact that no one appreciated my wonderful reference there, apart from Dave.
I did.
Okay,
That's
no.
pretty much
So
the only
I missed that.
bit.
What was it? I'll have to go back and watch that.
I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. No, I'm not singing now. Nobody needs to hear me sing.
Well, it's gone through like 20 minutes of bread puns. So.
Oh, I've still got a load lined up.
Excellent. Right, so you have your lunch, and after about half an hour, the other dwarf Kaj brings through a plate of 6 cookies, 3 of which are the multicoloured oatmeal and raisin cookies for the orrery, and the others are 3 grey chocolate chip cookies, which you can use to locate the dunamis.
Wait a minute.
What about those pita breads?
It's only the end of his staff.
Where's my sleeping bag pita bread? You getting a rise out of me?
Oh.
Oh.
Sorry, I felt like I had to contribute to shit puns.
So you did see a few things scattered about while you were in the bakery. You saw those pita breads. You saw a number of plaited loaves. You saw a few donuts, and you also saw a few baguettes stood up in a sort of, like in Tesco, stood up in like a stand. That's
Pray
you
tell,
saw.
what do your donuts do?
The donuts, lots, but it's unpredictable. They're a work in progress.
Okay.
What about the baguettes? Are they some sort of missile weapon?
More hand to hand.
Okay.
So
What,
okay,
like sort of.
so the baguettes, they're obviously, like everything around here, enchanted. And if you were to come up against a creature which could only be damaged by magical means, the baguette is magical, and you can actually enchant them. I have found, however, that they're not very durable. So only usually fresh. They're only usually good for one shot. Although if you let them go stale for a week or so, you can get a couple of good blows in.
At least they do something.
Oh, for fuck's sake, make it end.
So could they cause pain or harm?
Oh, absolutely.
The jokes can, for sure, yeah.
Actually, out of character, there is actually a photo of me sword fighting somebody with a French pan, but I don't have it.
You need to find it. You need to find that for me, because that needs to be the video thumbnail.
Yeah.
Right then. Well, you're certainly free to stay here as long as you wish. If you wish to, if you stay the night, I have no objection. You're certainly welcome to stay, and when you decide where you're going next, in the morning, yes.
Well, should we down a cookie now and figure out which way we're going from here, since this place is quite safe?
Let's get back to the town, then we'll have a cookie. Because I want to get the fuck out of this bread land.
You've had enough of Doughboy, have you?
Okay. Jesus. I should write a song about this.
Please do.
I should call it "The Benefits of a Low Carb Diet."
Okay.
Right.
So what's about? It's about midday. You will have to camp. You'll have to camp out again if you.
No, we'll stay the night and leave in the morning, so we have less chance of being attacked by Yetis in the middle of the night, and we don't have to beat them with our bread loaves.
Okay. So he allows you to set out your sleeping bags and things in the bakery. There's no room or in the house, unfortunately, but the bakery is nice and warm and out of the elements, so you can set up in there.
Fair enough.
Do you want to do it? Are you just going to go to sleep? Or?
Anyone brave enough to fiddle with the bread?
When you say fiddle,
I'm tempted to take a hit with a loaf of bread for the team just to see what they do. Go on, whack me over the head with a loaf of bread.
Oh, Cammy doesn't have to be asked twice. Cammy grabs a fucking baguette and thwacks Sindan in the fucking head with it.
Okay.
The freshest one you can find.
The freshest one you can find. Roll a 1d4. Okay, so Sindan, you take 1 damage as the bread just folds. As soon as you hit it on the head, there's a little bit of like hard crust, down the middle. It sort of gives you a bit of a scratch, and then it just folds and breaks in two and falls to the floor.
Okay.
You do feel a little tingle.
I do. I turn and say, I'm worried about these cookies now, man. I hope the fuck they work.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, man, edibles.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll go to sleep and recover my 1 hit point that I take from the severe crusting.
Is anyone else doing anything before bed?
I'm just gonna go into the shed and just top myself. I've had enough.
Choking yourself with a pretzel.
Our bard is toast.
Oh, I'll allow it. Okay, so you wake up the next morning. You're offered breakfast. You're offered breakfast by
Toast.
Cram. Well, obviously, clearly,
Do we have anything other than
muffins.
bread?
Thanks for that. I really-
There is no meat. There's no veg. It's just toast, crumpet, butter,
Does he
Just
believe in
fucking-
Danish? Does he believe in Danish?
I just eat the stick of butter. Fuck bread. No.
Oh, I see. I see you're on that.
Cammy pulls rations out from his pack and just starts eating like dried meat. I'm not.
Okay.
He's entirely sick of bread.
He looks a little bit offended, but he doesn't say anything because you're such a big guy. He doesn't want to upset you. Right. Well, thank you very much for bringing my stuff. Obviously, when you get back to Utherdern, tell them Cram Bookerzerg is still working hard, and we'll make sure that he teaches those wizards in the Mage Academy exactly how this stuff works. Isn't that right, Cadge? I was like, yeah. Cram Bookerzerg, Cadge Seedor, they'll know our names.
Fair enough.
Let me know when you finish that tactical nuclear crumpet, because yeah.
I do. Yes. Well, yes. I will be careful if you please spread the word. People need to know about this new exciting branch of arcane research.
Yes.
I think it's a lot more approachable than all the scrolls and the necromancy, isn't it? I'm sure someone would rather have me around than a necromancer. Wouldn't want a necromancer as a neighbor.
Well, no, I've heard of the great necromancer Betty Crocker. She's responsible for many deaths, hearts clogged, arteries choked.
Exactly, necromancy is bad.
Exactly.
Pretty sure once you get this sorted, they will roll out the red carpet for you.
I'll allow
Fuck
it.
you.
Right, so you making your way out?
Yeah, we're leaving.
Okay.
Yeah, we're reading
Jeff
bread
just
down.
bolts it. He just runs.
Cammy sees this as a challenge and fucking.
Okay, so you spend the day making your way back through the mountains. It's much easier now that you know the route, and you manage to make it back to Utherdern just before nightfall.
Cool. That was a quick and easy money, and basically, yeah. All right.
Sweet.
Back to the Queefing Griffin and drop a
Well,
cook.
you can give some...
Have we got his money now?
Yeah, they paid you before you left, actually.
All right. So
they paid us.
how much?
They paid us some bread.
500. 500 gold.
So
So
100 each,
500 split.
5 ways.
5 ways. Yes, that's
It's 100.
Hey,
Yay!
it's exactly what I had when I started this session.
So before we go back, we go and take the cart and the mountain goats back.
Yeah, you drop those off at the.
Fucking left them.
That scratch on the wheel was there when we got it. You know.
Yeah, obviously. So you drop it off at the stockade and make your way back down into Utherdern, back down to the Queefing Griffin.
Cool.
Hildegard is on stage again, entertaining the crowds. It's another very busy night. You do manage to find a table though.
Does anyone want to volunteer to drop a cookie, or shall I drop the cookie?
No, we'll do it tomorrow, man.
We'll do it tomorrow.
Okay.
Well, I just need to go escape all bread-related products.
Okay.
I prefer waffles.
Well, you never
And
know.
I know the
waffle a
reference
lot.
has just gone out the fucking window. Jesus.
I hope this would.
So
be
you're a
how it
waffle
happened.
man, are you?
Thank you.
Talkie toaster. I've been so tempted to get like an ESP32 and put that in a toaster just to do that.
Fun, completely off the conversation thing. I actually bought a waffle line yesterday.
Our toasted sandwich maker has waffle inserts, so we do it quite often.
All right.
Toasted sandwich maker. It's a toasty maker, mate. They're called
The toffee.
toasties.
Tough.
It's a toffee.
What they're called is
solid,
things
man. What can you
that
expect, man?
sludge over
Right.
the years until they're
It's
so
a
gross.
toasted calzone.
That's official. We are now a waffle stream. Okay.
Are we a blue waffle stream?
After midnight.
Yes.
Right. So you have an evening meal. You settle down into your rooms and you have an uneventful night, and you meet up again the next morning.
Okay.
So your Darcel's there with you as well. She went off to the temple for the evening, and she has come back to meet you for breakfast in the Queefing Griffin. Are we doing this?
Yeah, I guess so. Anybody want to volunteer, or shall I?
Well, I need to go for a wee before we do this.
Okay.
Out of character wee.
Why are you peeing in a jug like the rest of us?
I'm gonna get a drink.
Actually, it's not a bad idea. I'm going to make tea too. Be right back.
I'm going to.
I'll listen to you. I'll mysteriously talk to you from the bathroom.
Oh, that
No,
again.
you'll be on
Okay.
mute.
Turn your microphone off.
You'll be on mute,
Oh,
don't worry.
God.
Last time I was washing my hands. Okay.
I too will go. Piss.
So, how are you feeling anyway, Ian?
I'm actually feeling pretty good. It's just cold's kicking my ass. Like I said, it's either a cold or it's really, really shit COVID that can't make its mind up. But either way, it's just tired and stuff. But none of the other symptoms. So I think I dodged it.
Cool. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
We're expecting to go on lockdown in our area any moment now. So, since both
that'll be
counties
fun.
either side of us are now in lockdown, so
We're the next area to be locked down because the city's gone, and one of the other areas next to the city, but we're next in the list. So I expect to be locked down in 2 weeks.
yeah.
Well, Birmingham's all locked down, so but we're outside of Dudley Council. So, but I fully expect us to also go into lockdown.
I'm going to lose connection in a second when I get to the bottom of the stairs.
So I've already decided that this episode is going to be called D&D Session ID, and I will not be taking any other suggestions.
I, for one, have enjoyed the bread-related puns.
Excellent.
I think you are the one.
But it did look like John got a cob on with it. So,
I expected the groan reactions, yeah. I had a choice. I could either do this completely straight-laced and have you find some magic user that can help you on your quest, or I can spend an entire day writing jokes about bread and have that be the thing you have to do to find the things that you need for your quest.
good choice.
It was really bad.
Oh, yeah, it was supposed to be.
It's when the realization of where you were going came up.
When did it actually happen? Was it when you came across the stuff in the ground, or?
I was
No,
starting to get
no.
very suspicious at that point. It was at the actual where you were going.
No, see, I missed I thought you were using the bread to describe them as a shape, and it wasn't until he announced himself as a baker that okay, here we go.
I was wondering if any of you were going to actually start poking around in the cart to try and figure out what you were delivering, but you're like, oh no, sling it on, could be drugs, I don't care, we'll just take it, thanks for the gold. Drugs, body parts.
You don't ask. It's
Yeah.
not our job to ask.
No. Plus, once you open a bag of flour, it's going to go everywhere. So, we'd just be leaving a white trail behind us.
Mm-hmm. I was kind of worried those Yetis were going to absolutely eviscerate you as well.
That first one, man, it was like, holy crap.
Yeah, it's like, oh, well, that's one down in one round. Okay.
Didn't even have a chance to react. Holy crap. At least
Yeah, I think we might all have died. I thought that might be the end.
Yeah, it was. I was getting a little bit nervous, but you pulled it out. I was really hoping that you'd try the fire and figure out that they don't like fire.
They don't like fire. Yeah.
Well, logic kind of stated that was probably the way to go.
See, you're growing as a character. You're using your logic and
not killing my friends. Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
By the way, for your next level, Phil, do you then get 3rd level spells? Do they open up? I know, and Fireball's at 5th, isn't it? Fireball's the biggie. I remember magic users and Fireball. That's what you're there for. That's the game changer.
John's hitting the drink.
No idea, to be honest. I'll have to.
Have you turned to the wine?
I went for a wee, and then the missus wanted a glass of wine. So also.
So you made yourself one and didn't make her one, right? That's hers, right? Please tell me you're like, yeah, I'll make a glass of wine and just.
I'm not going to say that's what I did.
Okay.
Shouting in 10 minutes.
So you're all sat around the breakfast table, and you've got out the package of cookies, and they are there laid out in front of you. 3 of the grey chocolate chip and 3 of the multicoloured oatmeal and raisin.
Well, I'll pick up a multicolored oatmeal and raisin, and yeah,
that's bad wine.
Okay, make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh dear God, here we go.
1.
Okay, so as you start munching into the cookie, it tastes pretty good. The rest of you notice that Sindan's face starts to break out in what look like pimples, but on closer inspection, they do actually look like chocolate chips. And there is an overwhelming smell of fresh baked bread pouring out from him.
Well, it's basically what it always smells like.
So for 24 hours, you now have disadvantage on stealth checks because of this lovely fresh baked bread smell that you're exuding. You also have disadvantage on charisma checks.
I'm going to go into real estate. Everywhere I go, it's going to smell like fresh baked bread. I'll be able to sell houses. No, it just.
Okay, so as you can smell this as well, starting to overcome you, but you then see the world start to sort of tunnel in until it becomes black, and then you can see a light in front of you. The light starts to expand and fill your vision, and you can now see yourself up in the air, flying down through the Flotket Alps. You can see the peaks off to your left and right, and you're currently flying above them. You head down and down, and you now start to see off to your left a large expanse of water, utterly clear, utterly blue, with small bits of ice floating in it. As you then continue down the mountainside, you see where this expanse of water starts to become a tributary into a forest.
Okay, can I start relating this as I'm seeing it, so the rest of the party can pick up on it, maybe, or am I out of it? You're
kind of out of it, but you can make noises and
okay.
you can talk, and the rest of the party can hear it.
Okay.
And you can see how you're now diving down through this tributary and this river as it enters into a town, and then your vision starts to close in again, and then goes dark,
Okay.
and then you're back into the room.
As I gain
And
my
you're
senses,
back in the room.
as I regain my senses, I start to retell the story. And if any of it is memorable, I attempt to draw aspects of it,
Okay.
so that we might be able to match it with some maps. Do I need to make a roll for that?
Yeah. Give me a wisdom check.
It's one of my better skills.
So use crayon.
So you do recognise the mountain range is probably in the flock out where you are at the moment. Davil, you recognise what he describes as being very similar to the area where Shady Creek Run is.
Okay.
And you muted.
And I
You
describe
muted
And you're still muted.
who, me?
No,
No.
Dave.
Oh, Dave. Yeah, Dave. You're talking, but nothing's happening.
Am I still muted?
No,
Nope.
they are.
No.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, sorry, the mute button got stuck halfway into mute. So yeah, I'll repeat that to people.
So it does sound a lot like the area of the Savalier Woods that you recognise north of Shady Creek, and what he described where it went into a village. The sort of the way the village was laid out all along one side of the creek does sound a lot like Shady Creek Run.
Cool. So,
Okay.
yeah.
That seems to be our next location.
Well, or do we do one of the other cookies in case that's in Utherdurn?
We don't want to waste the cookies. We've only got so many of them.
Well, hold on. He's got a different type of cookie. He's got the chocolate chip or the grey chocolate chips.
Look, they're not Maryland, all right? You only get 3.
Okay.
Yeah, it's better that we go closer, and as it gets more exact the closer we get. So
Yeah, but we've got 2 different sets.
Yeah, we've got 2 different types of cookies. 3 of each type.
If the other object
Yeah,
is
so
in
you might as well
Utherdurn.
the other one, because if it's like next door, you might as well go and do it.
Yeah. Well, I think we're about to find out it's on the end of his staff.
Okay, is someone eating the grey chocolate chip cookie?
Well, it was. I look at the dwarf, yeah, because
Yeah, I vote Pandak.
he put his hands in them.
Just straight up eats it.
Gobbled.
Okay, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Full pupil dilation.
Chocolate chips.
Glaze.
And he dies from food poisoning.
Same thing happens. This smell starts to billow out from Pandak, and you do break out in what looks like chocolate chips on your face and your arms. You pick at them, but they don't come off. It's not very pleasant, but you do smell
dreadful.
Glorious. So you experience a very similar thing. Your vision closes in, it opens up again, and you're flying above the mountains. You dive back down, and it's just mountains either side of you. You sweep over the Crystal Sands tundra that you followed on your way into the mountains from Palebank, and then cut over into initially a green forest. The forest then quickly starts to turn purple and twisted and dark as you continue over into the middle of it. It's corrupted. It is twisted and broken, and just as the vision starts to end, you start to get the impression of large trees and ruined structures peeking their way out of the tree line, and then your vision clouds in, and then you come back into the room.
Okay. I tell everybody what I've seen, and I do the same and try and draw the important bits down. So crayon a forest, crayon a purple forest, crayon a Let
Okay.
me do a wisdom.
Does any of this sound familiar to any of us?
Yeah, the Eminem song.
Pandak, give. Oh yeah, okay. So Pandak, you recognise the
Just the Mona Lisa.
description that you gave as that looks like the ruins of Melasmia in the Salavir Woods.
Cool.
Have we already been there?
No.
Okay.
You came from there, but when you were there, they were not corrupted.
They weren't ruins. Yeah.
They weren't
okay.
ruins. There was none of this purple corruption. None of the.
Okay.
None of
So
the fey magic.
I know where it is, at least in terms of Fiva's description, even though they weren't ruins.
No.
I know. No. Okay.
You know what was there. You don't know what's there now.
Okay. Yeah, but I know which way to go. In other words.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, and I
Okay.
think that is a good place to leave
Yeah.
it.
I think it is too. Cool.
Excellent.
Good.
So pun content, too high, too low? Just about right?
No, that's fine.
No,
Nice.
Never have
exceedingly
enough
too
fun.
high.
Hi.
You,
Jeez.
sound like my
you know
wife.
I'm just going
Well,
to go higher.
But not, I suppose, not so much from the campaign, more from the party.
I was kind of hoping you'd bring the puns. I was laying it out in front of you. I wanted to see what you could do with it. Although I think Dave maybe got preempted it a bit with the Yeti jokes. I was hoping you'd keep
I
your
was just
powder
ready.
dry. Yeah.
I was just ready.
Oh.
Too many puns, man.
It looks like John was about to kill the whole
Yeah.
lot at one point.
Just enough puns.
I think it was
Perfect
after like
amount
the
of
10 minutes of just pure bread puns. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake.
I have to admit, I took my hat off to your 10 tweet Shaggy Dog, the Extractor fan. I was
Yes.
impressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I bought it all the way until the 8th tweet. I didn't twig.
Yeah, that was 100% pure bait, and I think a lot of people got to the end of it and were probably physically insulted at what had happened, which is why it never got the engagement I thought it would. So very, very few people retweeted that, and they probably because they got to the end and thought, fuck that guy. I'll waste anyone else's time with this.
I actually told it word for word to my wife. It was perfect.
I need to show that to my eldest because I've been he keeps on trying to make jokes, but he doesn't always understand what makes them funny. So explaining that as an example of a Shaggy Dog story would be perfect.
Excellent. Yeah, that's the kind of mood I've been in, so yeah, expect more of that.
Beauty.
Cool.
Right then, so we call it for this week, and yeah, there we are.
Yep. Are we still streaming live or not?